You lose Randall. You lose Bogdanovich. You lose Robinson.
It's a war of attrition.
Yes, it is.
But again, doesn't that kind of tie into, well, now their backups are actually playing key roles here, so I don't know how many guys they actually have to turn to at this point.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
The Brunson props for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
They're out of control. Now, before the game the other day, on the air, gave it out, bet it. 35-plus points was even money, and 40-plus points was plus 290. This is why I can't bet it today. If you'd like to, go ahead. I can't recommend it. Again, think about this. He was even money to get 35-plus in Game 1. He's now minus 210 to score 35-plus. He's down to plus 125 to score 40-plus. Jalen Brunson is on such a heater, Paulie. He is minus $11 to be the leading scorer of tonight's game. You know what that does? That creates a lot of value other places. If he has an off game, can he have an off game against this defense? Maybe not. Maybe he goes for 35 or 40 in most of these games. But let's say he has 27 tonight and is a little bit off with the shooting. Okay, well then maybe somebody else can lead this game in scoring. But so I'm looking around for bets based on him, and I'm like, I can't do this. I got to find something else. I looked in the market that is called the first basket scored market that you can bet. Here's what I found. You sitting down? Mm-hmm. The Indiana Pacers have lost the opening tip 15 consecutive games.
Really?
12 straight jumps by Miles Turner.
Okay.
The last time they won an opening tip was March 27th against the Bulls. 15 straight opening tips they've lost.
Wow.
Most random trend I can ever remember seeing. And who scores the first basket of the game for the Knicks a lot? It's Jalen Brunson. It's also Dante DiVincenzo. Mm-hmm. Based on this, assuming here that if this trend continues and Miles Turner loses the opening tip again tonight, Knicks get the basketball. Brunson, they'll get it to him right away. He'll operate as the point guard. He'll come down, look for a shot. He scored the first basket and taken the first attempt many times. So is DiVincenzo. I bet Brunson plus 490. Added some more this morning at plus 450 on the first basket. And I bet Dante DiVincenzo at plus 950 last night. Added a little bit more, plus 850 this morning.
How'd you stumble onto that?
I'm looking around last night. I'm looking at all these props. I'm like, I got to get involved with Brunson again somehow. I can't possibly lay minus 210 to score 35 plus. Uh-huh. I'm not going to get plus 125 and 40 plus. He can have an off night. To expect him to go out there and score 40 plus in 5 straight games is almost unheard of in the NBA. So what else can I do with this? And I started looking at every single box score, and they got to like 3 games or 4 games, and I'm like, I'm all the way back in the regular season now. How far is this going to go? And finally, I had to count the games. 15 straight. Last time they won an opening tip was in March.
How can that be? That's mathematically impossible.
And it's Miles Turner.
It's not Kevin Hart. It's Miles Turner.
Yeah, and it's been 12 straight losses by Miles Turner. That's a current streak that we're talking about. So assuming that he jumps opening tip tonight, if it's going to be a loser, Knicks get the first possession, we're in play.
Yep. That's gold, baby.
Now, here's the thing. Obviously, this streak could end tonight. Pacers come down and hit a 3. I don't care.
Well,
I got to take my chances here with this.
Yeah, you got to score too. Yeah, I mean,
right.
Sure.
For sure. But it's worth betting, in my opinion.
That is. So Jordan did it in '93 in the finals against the Suns. Of course, Jordan did it. 42-12, 44, 55, 41-7. For good measure, he also had 33-7 in Game 6. So can he make it 5 in a row here and go for 40? The logo has got the record with 6. And the run that this guy is on here, and if he can do it again, and he's going to get plenty of shots and opportunities. But it comes down to also what are the others going to do? And do you get a great performance from Hart? I just, the more you think about it and the more you look at this, I like the Pacers even more. Not that they're going to win the series, but it's just we're getting out of control here with the 3-1 take back now. I mean, Halliburton did not play well at all, and they were up 9 in the fourth quarter of Game 1. So all this talk about no depth, they're going to run out of gas. You can't sustain this. Look at all the minutes they're playing. Boom, another injury. Now Robinson's done for the playoffs.
How big is that?
He has no options. He doesn't, right? It's huge. Now I don't know. He tweeted, "I'm out for revenge." Is this because of Embiid twisting the ankle and what happened? I mean, that maybe there's something there because certainly what Embiid did, maybe that was he took him out here. So now you don't have Robinson the rest of the playoffs. Another big blow for the Knicks. But Team of Destiny and all that stuff and the Garden, tough place to play. Maybe they can do it again. But certainly a big adjustment with the total. Now we're looking at 223.
That's up from 4.5 points
That's
yesterday.
Right.
24 hours ago, it was 218.5, 219.
Yep, and I agree with it. And that's, again, Pacers number 2 in pace. And the Knicks are going to go right there with them. And Indiana 24th in defense. So I think it's going to be an entertaining, high-scoring series all the way.
So based on the Robinson injury, what do you want to do with Hartenstein props then? The easy thing to look at is, well, he's going to go over the rebounds, right? And by the way, we forgot, nobody's really talking about this. How big was that 45-footer at halftime the other night?
Yeah.
Do they win the game if he doesn't hit that prayer? But I would be careful with this. I did not run and pick up my phone last night and say, I got to bet Hartenstein over. He could get in foul trouble. He's a little prone to the injuries there. So what if that happens tonight and he's got to go to the bench and then you're looking at it like, oh, got to head to bet his over rebound prop and now he's not getting.
I don't know.
Who plays then?
I don't know.
Who does Thibodeau turn to?
Precious? The Precious. Yeah. Can they put him in? How many minutes can he get?
He might have to.
I mean, you're out of options. The other thing is, we when we previewed the series, Indiana is 26 in defensive rebounding percentage, and the Knicks are number 1 on offensive rebounding. It didn't kill them in game 1, but that's also something too where you think the Knicks are just going to obliterate them on the boards as well. But whoops, now Robinson's done. So. Fantastic series here. The other thing, enough about Reggie Miller. Game was in 1995. Who cares? So who's on the game? And every time these
you
teams
really don't
playing,
like him, huh?
I can't stand him. But
he's a terrible analyst.
I got to mute the game when he's on. But still, all you hear about the Knicks and the Pacers and the comeback and the 9 points.
Well, that's part of the rivalry. What it was like when people are reminding the younger generation of this is how every Knicks team played for 10 years back in the 90s.
Well, then
part of that story is Reggie Miller and the Pacers.
He tweets out the boogeyman's back in the building and I'll be there for game 2 and all this other. Who cares? But
you hate him because I think it's kind of cool.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I can't stand the guy.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay. In any event, we'll see if they dominate on the glass. But this Robinson injury is enormous, and also again, he was only playing 7 guys to begin with. He was one of the 7. So he's
got to dig a little deeper. This is why if the Pacers easily could have stolen game 1. If he doesn't start playing at least 1 or 2 other guys a couple of minutes, and again, this is who he is and what he does.
But Burke's in there too.
He might have to.
McBride Deuce didn't give you anything in game 1.
Eventually, if the Pacers drag this series out a little bit and it goes 6-7 games, your team's going to be dead, man. You can't be playing 45 minutes a game with 5 or 6 guys every single night. It'll catch up with them. I remember the last time they played the Celtics. I know it has not gone well for the Knicks in general against this Boston team. Boston has pretty much owned them. The last time they played in the regular season, it was a meaningless game for the Celtics, but the Knicks blew them out.
Yeah.
They had them down by, 25 in that game, I think?
It was a good performance.
It was. Mm-hmm. They brought their A game there. But,
what happens when you get tired? They're a jump shooting team, and the shots are going to be short then. If it's bombs away, and you know what DiVincenzo does in Hart, that's...
Well, this is...
God, how many beats can you take? I feel like Rick Esposito here, our buddy. You believe the beats I take? You lose Randall, you lose Bogdanovich, you lose Robinson.
It's a war of attrition.
Yes, it is.
But again, doesn't that kind of tie into... Well, now their backups are actually playing key roles here, so I don't know how many guys they actually have to turn to at this point.
Uh-huh.
But the more you play, maybe there's something to that of where, eventually something's going to happen here.
Well, that's why you got to go up and go. That's why push the ball.
Pacers have
if you're the Pacers and you're deep. And I would play more McConnell if I'm Carlisle tonight too.
Yeah, look at the way every first-round series trended with the total. It kept going lower and lower and lower, right? We're talking about totals below 200 in this series. And in the Boston series now, you're seeing those totals go the exact opposite way. Game 2 for the Celtics series is 213.5. The thinking is, the Cavaliers are going to get no stops against this Boston offense.
Yeah.
Tonight, now, this total is way up from where it was. 5 full points from game 1. But it does make a lot of sense because this is the one team probably remaining in the playoffs, the Pacers, that could maybe dictate the game in the tempo against anybody.
Yeah.